Mike here, Money, Marriage, and Media, and today we are we got the young guys again with Daily Wrap-Up Crew, right? Now, this is just a clip for them for their show. So the questions up there says, why do you think relationships today are struggling? All right. Now we got 3 women on the panel. I can't remember if I've seen this or not, but we're gonna find out. Guys, remember to like and subscribe. Look, I checked the analytics. Like 90% of you people watching these videos, right? Y'all ain't subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. But let's go ahead and check this out and see what they got going on.
People are just not willing to put in the work that it takes to make a relationship successful.
People don't see the work, and because you don't see the work, like you get on social media, you see these picture ass perfect relationships, and you like, that's a picture.
Boom.
That's a picture.
Right.
Like I can think of all the cute ass pictures I have in my phone that I've posted of me and my dude, and all of the work that has still working to get there. So it's like you don't get to see the work. It's like you just see the and it's like, oh yeah, I want that. And it's like,
Yeah, so, people want instant gratification.
Who do you think is more gullible? Who's more?
So in other words, we're looking at people's highlight reels of their life. It's only the good parts, none of the work that's involved. Well, a lot of times that's not new with social media though. People have been doing that because you think about when you see somebody who's when we look at celebrities, a lot of times in the past we just say, oh, okay, well. Or a rich person, well, they got lucky. No, what you didn't see was, the past 10 or 15 years when they were trying to grind it out and doing all this hard work and and sleeping 4 hours a night and everything else. All we saw was them on the stage saying, accepting an award and saying, man, how could I be like that? I want to be them. Same deal.
I don't point no elbows.
Who do you think is more like gullible to seeing, relationship statuses online and thinking that their relationship needs to be like that?
Definitely
Men or women?
women.
We are.
But
You said both.
No, men are not. I would not phased by that.
No, because it's not necessarily a fault. All it is a byproduct of women being more social. That's the only thing that is that, women are of the two sexes, the women are the more social of the group. It's one of their superpowers, right? Because men in general don't really do social media like that. The exception is probably YouTube, because YouTube is a male-dominated platform. But all the other platforms, they're dominated by women. Why? Because women are more socially calibrated.
Definitely
social media plays a part. So who is looking at social media and looking and using that as a basis for their relationship, men or women?
Oh, women.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all for holding them accountable.
It's accountability.
So the reason that relationships is struggling is women. Is what you're saying?
I think
No, it's Willie Lynch.
No, I'm not gonna. We're not about to do that.
Well,
not about to do
social media is the reason relationships is struggling.
I think that
The
social
women
media
is on social media and relationships are struggling. So who's the reason?
It is
That's
the
not
women.
the only
I feel like
And that's actually the first time I've actually heard that perspective. Because once you start diving into relationships on like YouTube, like I said, everybody's got these YouTube talking points that they all want to talk about. That's the first time I've heard that perspective. Social media is killing relationships. I can agree with that somewhat, but again, people have been struggling with relationships, particularly in my community, in the Black community, since before social media. So I don't think that's it. I think what happens there is that social media brings to light a lot of the things that people are struggling with, and in that sense, you feel like you kind of get like a false sense of community because you figure out other people are struggling with the same thing, and then all of a sudden that's how you develop into an echo chamber. But again, on this channel, we're trying to avoid that. That's why, like I say, the gender war is dumb. But we still review every now and then. We have to go back and look at the gender war and then see what people are talking about, because to some people, this is life. So let's keep going.
No. It's social media is a small part. It's really like
It ain't a
how
small
guys,
one.
how
It
guys
ain't.
say, "Oh, modern women this, modern women that." First of all, we're in the same generation, so y'all modern too. You know what I'm saying?
But we still gotta be traditional.
But men be having traditional, like,
We
men
have to
still
be
be having
traditional.
traditional values.
But
a little
here's,
bit.
but they may have the values, but it's the product. Like, what are you producing? Like, let's say a guy has dreams, but he literally only has $1. It's like, how
That's the
can
niggas
I,
y'all
how
giving
can
chances
I,
to.
how can I submit to you? You know what I'm saying?
Is
Or
it wrong?
how-
Is that wrong of us to give a chance to somebody who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean,
There's nothing wrong with that. The part that's wrong is when you start complaining about it, and when you assign that man's attributes to the rest of the male population. Then it's wrong.
yes and no,
Yeah.
because those men, what happens is women choose poorly, and then when they get older, they expect the Russell Wilsons to come along and take care of their bad decision making. Like, you know what I mean? That's unfair for us.
And more pressure on that guy.
But do you believe that you deserve a woman before you can play the role of a provider? Let's say you can only be a protector at this time because you're not financially stable. Do you feel like you deserve a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I deserve a woman, but I don't not deserve her. And a woman can inspire a man to be great. Like, women, that's their power.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's their power. They inspire us to want to be great and more productive.
I don't think it's
100%.
fair to say, do you think you deserve a woman when, like, women do be doing some shiesty shit. Like, oh, I'm only dating this nigga for food. Like, I'm only
Right.
dating this
Oh,
nigga to do
Lord.
this or do that. Like, that's corny too. So it's like, if she gets to have a man, then he gets with his dollar. he
Word.
gets
Then
to
y'all
have a
get
woman.
mad when I just.
The fact that it was her that pointed it out, high level conversation. High level conversation. I would expect the guys, to say something about that. But she brought it up, and there was no prompt for her to do so. Again, much respect on that.
Just want some pussy.
And
Like,
why?
come on.
Why
No,
does?
I'm saying if they're
That's what
in
I'm
that, or if they're not. Let's say you're a woman, right? And technically, you don't have to be financially stable to have a man.
Correct.
You just have to be nurturing and loving and organized and smart.
No
and blah, blah,
nigga
blah.
wants broke girls. Where does
That's
this
true.
keep coming
That's
from?
true. But according to Kevin Samuels and the whole manosphere,
He's dead.
You don't
What?
have to have money to attract a man.
Right.
He's dead.
You just have
Men
to
are
attract
not
a
open.
man.
No, yeah.
He said you don't have to have money to attract a high value man, because a high value man already got that. He don't need money. But if you're talking about a regular day
So
man,
you do have to have money. Oh, as a woman, you do have to have
I'm not
money
saying
to
you
attract a.
no, I'm not saying you have to have.
First
I'm not
of
saying you
all,
have to have that.
Y'all not about to do this because if you was a high value man, let's get with it. Black men, if that means you make over 6 figures, black men are probably maybe 3% of that.
Right.
So that means all of these men is not gonna make 6 figures, babe.
Exactly.
So we gotta be realistic. So it's
Right.
like, if you want somebody that makes 6 figures, one, you need to be in a different room. Two, it's like you're not gonna attract that by going to the bar all the time. So y'all need to humble us.
Yeah, high level conversation. I mean, wow, this was surprising. Usually the women on Daily Wrap Up Crew, yeah, okay, but these ladies, that was pretty intelligent. So again, what are my thoughts on this? I was actually impressed. There was some accountability in here for both men and women. The women that came in the end, and she's telling the women, sometimes she's calling out the women who like to use men. Basically, they got you saved and their phone is under food. Yeah. But we also heard some accountability for the men too. Do you think you deserve a woman? A lot of guys will answer that as yes, when the actuality is you don't deserve anything. But now obviously there's some nuances in there, and we're not going to get into them on this video just because this was such a short clip. Again, guys, go check out Daily Wrap Up Crew because this was a great episode. I might have to go back and watch the full episode of this because this is just a clip. But yeah, high level conversation. Oh, she did mention something that I do need to address though, is that there's a notion out there that that you have to be a protector and a provider in order to be a good man. She was the lady in the middle was kind of hitting at it, and I have to disagree with that because again, 5 years of financial services taught me that men don't hit their financial stride until after 40. Okay, so what are you just supposed to go your whole life being a single man? no relationships until you hit that 40 mark, and then wait, and then when you start bringing in the money, all of a sudden you're supposed to know how to be in a relationship, how to maintain one, but you've never used those relationship muscles before, so you're gonna suck at it. No, that doesn't. Your woman's gonna leave you at that case because you don't know how to talk to women, you don't know how to treat them. So I think the difference in there is, I think what we're looking for is the middle ground, which is basically you need to learn how to protect your woman. I would say that's the minimum that most women, that's where it starts at. If he can protect me, and it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be from physical things either. It's just, can he protect me? Can I learn something from him? You can protect a woman with your mind by teaching her things. You teach her about money, because again, we know the stats on that, right? The majority of the debt in this country is held by women. That might be something that she's looking to do as far as leveling herself up with her personal finances. You can teach her. There's tons of things out there you can teach women. I'm not going to get specific about things that you need to do, because each woman is going to be different for what she is looking to learn from a man or a potential mate. Well, my point is that don't let that discourage you, okay? Because again, relationships take work, and you have to get used to doing the work in them. Because if not, then you're gonna your relationship muscles, like I said, they're gonna atrophy, and then at the end of the day, like, you're not gonna be good for anybody. So now, does that mean that? Well, let's just leave it there. That we have enough said on that topic, and I'm gonna say goes to the next time. Peace. Thanks for making it to the end of this video, but do me another favor, like and subscribe, but also check out these here. Either subscribe or watch videos, one or the other. I don't know which side, but hey, all right.